Dear students, I am Dr. Timme Gowda NR, Assistant Professor and Head, Department of Chemistry, Government Sri Krishna Rajendra Silver Jubilee Technological Institute, KR Circle, Bangalore. In my session 5 video lecture, I am going to explain the continuation of Engineering Chemistry Module 1, that is Electrochemistry and Energy Storage Systems. In my previous session, I explained about electrodes, types of electrodes with examples, reference electrodes, classification of reference electrodes with example, and finally, the construction, working, and applications of the secondary reference electrode, that is calomel electrode. The session 5 content includes ion selective electrode, in which definition of ion selective electrode, examples for ion selective electrodes and membrane electrodes, and construction and principle of one of the ion selective electrode, that is glass electrode. What are ion selective electrodes? Ion selective electrodes are electrodes which selectively respond to a specific ion in a mixture, and the potential developed at the electrode is a function of the concentration of that ion in the solution. So for example, if we consider this is an analyte solution containing different ions like H plus ion, NO3 minus ion, metal ions like lead 2 plus ion, and halogens like fluoride ion. If we immerse a reference electrode and indicator electrode into this solution, if this indicator electrode responds to only a particular ion, even though the solution containing different ions, then we can call this electrode as ion selective electrode. For example, if I consider this is a glass electrode, then this glass electrode responds to only the concentration of H plus ions, even though the solution containing other ions. So then the glass electrode, I can call it as ion selective electrode. So I repeat the definition now again. Ion selective electrode is an electrode which selectively responds to a specific ion in a mixture, and the potential developed at the electrode is a function of the concentration of that ion in the solution. Ion selective electrodes are widely used for the analysis and research activities of clinical, biological, oceanographic, environmental constituents like water, soil, gases, and other pharmaceutical substances. Ion selective electrodes available for indicating H plus ions and allied ions like fluoride, chloride, bromide, iodide, and metal ions like cadmium, copper, potassium, silver, sodium, lead, and cyanide ions, nitrate ions, perchlorate ions, sulfide ions, and thiocyanate ions, and the gases like ammonia, hydrogen sulfide, sulfur dioxide, carbon dioxide, nitric oxide, and nitrogen dioxide gases, and also ion selective electrodes available for different enzymes. So hence, ion selective electrodes are very important for various analysis. So this is about the definition and applications of ion selective electrode. Let's move to the types of ion selective electrodes. Glass membrane electrode is one of the type of ion selective electrode. And these glass membranes are made from an ion exchange type of glass. And this type of ion selective electrode has very good selectivity towards single charged cations, mainly H plus ions. Example, glass electrode. And this glass electrode particularly respond to H plus ions. And different glass membrane electrodes will respond to different ions as well. The second type of ion selective electrode, that is solid state membrane or crystalline membrane electrodes. Solid state membranes are made from mono or polycrystalline substances. They have very good selectivity because only ions which can introduce into the crystal structure can interfere with the electrode response. Example, lanthanum fluoride solid state or crystalline membrane electrode can be used for the detection of fluoride ions. Hence, it is fluoride selective electrode. Similarly, if the solid state membrane made up of AgCl, that electrode can be used for the detection of fluoride ions. If the membrane made up of AgBr, then that solid state membrane electrode can be used for the detection of bromide ions. Similarly, if the membrane made up of AgSCN, then that electrode can be used for the detection of thiocyanate ion. So this is about solid state membrane or crystalline membrane ion selective electrodes. Other type of ion selective electrode is liquid membrane electrodes. Liquid membrane ion selective electrodes made from hydrophobic membrane containing a liquid organic complexing agents. That complexing agents react selectively with the analyte ion, There are three types of organic complexing agents have been used. They are cation exchangers, anion exchangers, and neutral ionophores. Example, complexing agents like phosphate diesters and neutral monocyclic crown ethers used for the detection of cations. Similarly, iron phenolphthalein complexing agent used for the detection of anions. The calcium electrode is another good example for liquid membrane electrode. So this electrode contains liquid ion exchanger and water immiscible organic compound with phosphate groups which selectively respond to calcium ions in a hydrophobic membrane. So this is about liquid membrane ion selective electrode. So let's move to another type of ion selective electrode, that is gas sensing electrodes. So these electrodes have gas permeable membrane and internal buffer solution. When the gas diffuses through the membrane, then it reacts at the surface of the sensing electrode. So either an oxidation reaction if the gases like carbon monoxide, H2S, NO, SO2 enters through the membrane, or reduction reaction if the gases like NO2 and Cl2 etc. enter into the membrane. Hence, the pH of, due to these reactions with the gas, the pH of the buffer solution changes. The change is detected by the change in pH, that is detected by a combination of pH sensors. Example, like electrodes like hydrogen electrode, chlorine electrodes respond both to the partial pressure and as well as concentration of the gases hydrogen or chlorine respectively. So this is about gas sensing electrodes. So let's discuss construction and principle of one of the ion selective electrode, that is glass electrode. Let's first discuss about construction of glass electrode. The glass electrode consists of four major components. They are thin walled glass membrane bulb, internal reference electrode, that is silver chloride electrode, internal buffer solution, that is 0.1 molar HCl solution, and thick walled glass stem. So these are the main components of glass electrode. Bottom of the glass electrode consists of thin walled glass bulb, which is made up of special type of glass like Corning 015. The Corning is the glass company. It is there in USA. The composition of the glass is 72% silica, 22% sodium oxide, and 6% calcium oxide. The thickness of the glass bulb is about 0.001 millimeter. This special type of glass has low melting point and relatively high electrical conductivity. The glass bulb is filled with a solution of constant pH, so that is 0.1 molar HCl, and the internal reference electrode, that is silver chloride electrode, immersed in 0.1 molar HCl solution, and this reference electrode serves for the external electrical contact, and the glass bulb is attached to thick walled glass stem. So this is about the construction of glass electrode. The glass electrode can be represented as the internal reference electrode, that is Ag bar AgCl. This is in contact with 0.1 molar HCl solution, and this is in contact with glass membrane. So this is Ag bar AgCl bar 0.1 molar HCl bar glass membrane. So this is the representation for glass electrode. Working principle of glass electrode. When a thin glass membrane is placed between the thin glass membrane placed between two solutions of different H plus ion concentrations, then the potentials developed across the glass membrane. This potential is called boundary potential EB, and this boundary potential depends upon the concentration of H plus ions of unknown solution or outer solution, because the H plus ion inside the bulb is constant. I'll repeat the working principle. When thin glass membrane, you assume it is very thin glass membrane, consists of two boundaries. The one membrane, it is in contact with internal solution, and outer membrane contact with external solution. When thin glass membrane placed between two solutions, outer solution and inner solution, containing H plus ions of different concentrations. So this is 0.1 molar HCl inside the bulb and X molar outside the bulb. Then the potential developed across the glass membrane. So that is due to exchange of protons with the glass membrane. You can see here the proton is replacing or exchanging with the metal ions in glass membrane. So hence the potential will develop across the glass membrane, and this potential is called boundary potential, that is EB. And this boundary potential depends upon the concentration of H plus ion of unknown solution or outer solution. The boundary potential is equal to E2 minus E1. E2 minus E1. So EB is equal to the value of E2, that is according to Nernst equation for single electrode, E0 plus 0.0591 log of C2 minus E1, that is E0 plus 0.0591 log of C1. So boundary potential EB is equal to, I written this first, minus 0.0591 log C1 by here plus 0.0591 log C2. E0 cancelled both the side. EB is equal to this term inside the glass bulb as constant H plus ion. Hence I will consider the value is constant K, and I will write this plus as minus of minus, minus into minus. So minus 0.0591 into minus log of C2. C2 is nothing but H plus ion concentration. Hence boundary potential is equal to K minus 0.0591 minus log of H plus is nothing but pH. So this is the value of boundary potential. So hence electrode potential of glass electrode is equal to the boundary potential EB plus electrode potential of internal reference electrode, that is silver chloride electrode, plus another electrode potential that is called asymmetric potential, that is developed due to it is asymmetry, or it is heterogeneity on the membrane, glass membrane, on the glass membrane. That is also we should include here. Hence the glass electrode potential of glass electrode is equal to the value of EB, that is K minus 0.0591 pH. This is the value of EB plus electrode potential of Ag bar AgCl plus asymmetric potential. Here the electrode potential of reference electrode is constant, and asymmetric potential also constant for an electrode glass membrane, particular glass membrane. Hence this E asymmetric is also constant, and E of Ag bar AgCl also constant. Hence all these constant value I will write as E0 G. So instead of K, E Ag bar AgCl, and E asymmetric, I have written E naught G minus 0.0591 pH. So this is the electrode potential of glass electrode. The expression for electrode potential of glass electrode is equal to standard electrode potential of glass electrode minus 0.0591 pH. If we look at this expression, the electrode potential of glass electrode depends upon the concentration of H plus ion in the solution. If H plus ion concentration changes, then the electrode potential of glass electrode also changes. So this is about the working principle of glass electrode. Let's move to the determination of pH using glass electrode. So how to determine pH using glass electrode? Glass electrode, to determine this pH, the glass electrode is immersed in the solution whose pH to be determined, and this glass electrode is connected with an external reference electrode such as saturated calomel electrode. So here glass electrode function as indicator electrode and calomel electrode function as reference electrode. And this cell we can represent as Hg bar Hg2Cl2 bar Cl minus. So this is the representation for calomel electrode, and this calomel electrode here function as anode, hence I have written here left side because it function as anode, and it is in contact with the solution of unknown pH or the solution whose pH to be determined, and that solution, it is in contact with glass membrane, and that membrane, it is in contact with 0.1 molar HCl solution, and that solution, it is in contact with internal reference electrode Ag bar AgCl. So the representation of this cell is Hg bar Hg2Cl2 bar Cl minus, and salt bridge symbol, solution of unknown pH bar glass membrane bar 0.1 molar HCl bar AgCl bar Ag. After connecting these two electrodes, the EMF of the cell, E cell, is measured using an electronic voltmeter with a pH meter. So after connecting these two electrodes, we can measure or we can note down EMF of the cell. Then we can determine the pH by using EMF of the cell by the relation. How to determine pH by EMF of the cell? The EMF of the cell is equal to E cathode minus E anode. So in this cell, glass electrode working as a cathode and calomel electrode working as anode. Hence, E cell is equal to E glass electrode minus E calomel electrode. We know that expression for electrode potential of glass electrode is E naught G minus 0.0591 pH minus electrode potential of saturated calomel electrode. So I will take this to left side because I want to find out the pH. 0. Hence it will changes to plus when it shifted to left side. 0.0591 pH is equal to E naught G minus electrode potential of saturated calomel electrode, and then it will shift to right side, hence it changes the sign, minus EMF of the cell. So that is 0.0591 pH is equal to E naught G minus electrode potential of saturated calomel electrode minus EMF of the cell. Hence pH is equal to E naught G, that is standard electrode potential of glass electrode minus electrode potential of saturated calomel electrode minus EMF of the cell. It is obtained when we immersed in test solution. EMF of cell divided by 0.0591. So by substituting EMF of the cell, when we immerse these electrodes in test solution, and the electrode potential of saturated calomel electrode is constant value, and by substituting the standard electrode potential of glass electrode, we can determine the pH of the solution. The question is how to determine the standard electrode potential of glass electrode. The E naught G value is evaluated by measuring EMF of the cell, by dipping the glass electrode and calomel electrode assembly in a solution of known pH or buffer solution. So if we substitute that EMF value in the same way, because in the same equation, if we know the pH and if we know the electrode potential of saturated calomel electrode, know the pH means known pH solution or buffer solution, and we can note down the EMF of the cell when immersed in buffer solution, we can calculate the E naught G value. So I repeat, E naught G value is evaluated by measuring EMF of the cell by dipping the glass electrode and calomel electrode assembly in a solution of known pH. Once we immerse these electrodes in known pH, we can find out the E naught G value, and then we can immerse these same electrodes in test solution and we can note down the EMF of the cell. So we can substitute all these values, we can find out the pH. The pH of the test solution will be calculated by substituting the value of EMF of the cell of test solution, standard electrode potential of glass electrode, and electrode potential of saturated calomel electrode in the above equation, that is pH is equal to E naught G minus E saturated calomel electrode minus EMF of the test solution, divided by 0.0591. So in this way, we can measure the EMF of the solution, EMF of the cell, and then by using that EMF of the cell, we can find out the pH of the solution whose pH to be determined. So this is about the determination of pH using glass electrode. So let's go through some of the multiple choice questions covered under this session. Question number 1. Glass electrode is a, option A, reference electrode, option B, indicator electrode, option C, ion selective electrode, option D, both, option B and option C. We know that glass electrode is indicator electrode and also ion selective electrode, hence the right answer is option D. Let's move to question number 2. Glass electrode specifically responds to change in concentration of option A, fluoride ions, option B, H+ ions, Option C, fluoride ions. Option D, hydroxide ions. We know that glass electrode specifically respond to the change in concentration of H plus ion. Hence, the right answer is option B. Question number 3. Ion selective electrodes can be used to determine the option A, concentration of fluoride in water. Option B, concentration of H plus ion of water. Option C, both option A and option B. Option D, none of the above. The right answer is option C. That is, we can use ion selective electrodes for determination of fluoride as well as H plus ions. Question number 4. The reference electrode used in combined glass electrode is option A, platinum electrode. Option B, silver chloride or calomel electrode. Option C, standard hydrogen electrode. Option D, all the above. The reference electrode used in combined glass electrode is silver chloride electrode, or we can use calomel electrode also. Hence, the right answer is option B. Question number 5. Glass electrode is an example for option A, metal ion electrode. Option B, metal salt ion electrode. Option C, amalgam electrode. Option D, membrane electrode. The right answer is option D, that is membrane electrode. Question number 6. The ion selective electrode used for detection of fluoride concentration in water is option A, glass electrode. Option B, lanthanum fluoride electrode. Option C, standard hydrogen electrode. Option D, calomel electrode. So as we discussed, the ion selective electrode used for the detection of fluoride concentration in water is lanthanum fluoride electrode. The right answer is option B. So these are the reference materials I have gone through, and I will stop this session here, and I will continue the remaining syllabus of module 1 in next session. Thanks for watching.